And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VD Rise on Air. Welcome to my short but still busy stream. So any day when I get to play, when I get to stream, any day when I get to stream DayZ is a good day, so welcome. But this is technically my second stream of the day. The first one happened on Space Melody Lab channel. It's already super loud. Okay, the first one happened on Space Melody Lab channel, so I have an excuse for this one to be short. Chamber Senator, good evening and welcome. So we are here in land with a pile of meat in our pockets that we have to cook because it's kinda a little bit hard to find food around here. It's been kinda hard. So let's see what we have in the buildings, if we have any signs of people nearby. So I was sort of going inland with this character to maybe simply find more rounds for my primary. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to be just that stubborn. Oh, hello there. That's an interesting turn of events. I didn't see it the last time. I don't think it has anything inside. So, welcome Chamber Senator. Hope everything is amazing. Yeah, it has an X inside. And it's completely empty. Slightly disappointing. So let's see if there's anything interesting here. We found signs of people, but that's like not the signs of people I was hoping for. So the idea that's the secondary goal, to get to some place where I'd be able to find rounds for my gun. That's the secondary goal. The primary goal is to participate in some fun. Sharpening stone. Okay, that's promising already. I have quite some things on me, so 2 sharpening stones for raiding bases. Not something I was going to do, but who knows if they maybe have like, well, not on this base is empty. If they have like in another base they would have, for example, rounds for my primary. It's like the game is literally inviting me to do some base raiding. Okay, let's see. Maybe if this one is empty, maybe it's a garage or something like that. Maybe we have a real one nearby somewhere. The main one. So let's check the rest of the buildings here. This one's empty. This one's not. This one used to have something, but the keyboard is used to. Of all the things, there's only a battery charger left. Moldy pepper. Okay. So maybe that empty garage is just the remnants of this base. Who knows? Well, I mean, probably that's what it is. Let's take a look at that barn. But I don't think it's going to have anything either. Pretty serious fence. Won't be able to hear any shots in this weather with all this thunder and whatnot. But if we hear anything, yeah, we go there. So the idea is to find adventures, and not just because I'm bored or something, but because I have a bunch of characters like this one, and the wipe's coming in some time soon, TM. So gotta be ready for that. So this house has better fireplace, but it is sorta kinda rainy. Okay, let's make some room in my inventory. I'm hearing somebody moving. The rain is confusing the hell out of me. Okay, I guess my hunter jacket is going to stay nice and just wet. Not like soaked wet. So let's use this one for just a piece of bark. It didn't go where it needed to go. So just a piece of bark. A piece of bark cooking. A nice trick. I think it's a little bit too OP, so they will patch it out pretty soon. Yeah. I'll need another piece of bark. At least maybe a piece of food or something like that you'd be able to cook, but just a piece, or a couple steaks or something like that. Okay, are you dry? Yes, you are. Visit this place, that's why I'm being kinda super careful here. I'm not starting a proper fire even. Yeah, those cranes are electrical ones. The construction cranes, yeah. that part I know. As for the dock cranes being diesel ones, that's interesting. But again, why would you need like a dock crane running or a construction crane running to build a skyscraper base like in Arma 2 DayZ mod? Okay, let's hope a couple pieces of really hot steaks in this character's pockets make her a little bit warmer. He's been struggling. Yep, that definitely helped her. Well, that's obvious. That was obvious. How couldn't I think of it? That was so obvious. Of course. What else would you do with a crane? Sure thing, sure thing. Now the weather's going to stay bad for a while, so no really need to wring everything out. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's leave this place and we will eat in the woods. Yeah, containers for base building, that definitely has sense, though you'd need a crane to offload it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. In the middle of nowhere, you won't be able to take the crane with you. Well, the answer is obvious too. You got a mod in the mobile cranes that tracks with cranes. The ones that are big enough, like expanding cranes, the ones that are big enough to move containers around. Okay. It's interesting. Somebody been doing some agriculturing here. These are rounds for my sniper rifle. Some farming. Okay, let's use this knife for some. You use this knife sharpening stone for some good. This. Then this one's worn. What wasn't? Something was damaged. Did I miss it? Did I fix it already? Okay, and I just had a ton of water. And I cannot really eat. No, I can actually. This big piece of fat, it's almost like gone. 2% left or something. So keeping this sharpening stones in case I find a base that I would want to raid. Huh. Okay, no. There's like definitely used to be something here. Something more than an empty garage. Well, yeah. I mean, not realistic, Chamber Senator. Not going to be realistic. Those are V3Ss, man. Those are V3Ss, not modern trucks. Though you would try to pull off a container with another V3S from one, and you probably end up the container tearing the V3S it was on apart. So pretty much. Pulling the back part away with the container. Okay. Let's take a look at this place, though I do not really like it. It doesn't spawn much, but it has a ton of zombies. But the zombies, they have good things sometimes. I'm not going to loot the whole place. Well, yeah. Well, I mean... it'd be nice to have, like... If we... let's imagine we go this route, Chamber Senator. What would be the... What would be the... end goal? Or... how would you advertise going this route to people? I think the upside can be like building an experience, let's put it that way, that would have so much features in it. Like, for example, making medieval style winches out of merry-go-rounds, things like that. That, like, it would be possible for people to know all of them. Of course, yeah, it will be documented sooner or later, and like, but if it's just a small server or just a bunch of mods, then maybe not even really. So creating some experience that you would constantly have something to do, or you would constantly have something to try, or at least you'd be able to try things out, just because there would be like a ton of them. So in this case, no such thing as going overboard. But again, building this experience just for people to discover that they could make winches out of merry-go-rounds and whatnot. Oh, stuff like that, or even maybe something less insane, but still unexpected, let's put it that way. We've discussed a lot of stuff like that with you, so things like that, just to have a bunch of them, just to have all of them, though they would probably make the game unstable, but still. So, like there are techno mods for Minecraft. Minecraft is sort of, wouldn't call it complicated, but even just when it comes to vanilla Minecraft, we have a wiki for all the recipes and whatnot, and all the info, and plus people make building tutorials on YouTube. But on top of it, we have like techno Minecraft modes, where you would have a ton of other recipes, additional recipes for crafting, a ton of new things, and that one sort of kinda, well, documented too. All that stuff is documented too, but to do the same for DayZ, like intentionally overcomplicated to give people something to discover. So maybe this way. Okay, let's keep moving. We actually we got to start eating. Haven't eaten even a single piece. Spent 30 minutes here, and this place doesn't really have people, even on full servers. So, if we are looking for the rounds for my gun, the closest two areas to loot would be Kulna and the fire range, Rech fire range. So I guess let's go there. And the heli crashes, but those we are not seeing. Castle though, let's take a look at the castle. As for the rounds, I have 22 rounds for my primary, and the only gun I would swap it for, I decided it this way. It would be a fanfal. I would take an FNFAL. The rest, no. I'm keeping the SWAL. That's why I need the rounds. Every time I get an FNFAL, I usually die in a pretty embarrassing way. So that's like my FNFAL curse. UMP with a scope, with magazines, and some tents with a helmet, and we can drop another one in there, because why not? And even that UMP, because why not? Somebody comes and finds a tent with 2 helmets and a UMP. That's going to my pocket, into my pocket. These helmets, oh, hello there. Used to be a base. These helmets sometimes tend to respawn like super fast. Another scope. The second one was on the stairs down there. That's grabbing over there. Interesting. Carlin. Yeah, I cannot see it because it's kind of gray-ish ruins. That would be maybe a little bit too far to be able to see people. The road is not even rendering properly at this distance. Yep. My idea is for it to be obscure, excessive, confusing, hard to learn without documentation, and even with documentation hard to learn. So complicated, interlocked game mechanics, or at least crafting recipes and whatnot, but not only crafting recipes. For example, like, I don't know, that winch actually made using merry-go-round. It's a very good example. So yeah. So you can pretty much, even if you do not touch the base gameplay of the game, if everything we have stays the way it is, so you'd be having like normal people playing the game, and then absolutely, let's say, not prepared for that stuff, and then they would be like encountering those things that's possible to do, or just even things already made by others. Though again, lots of effort for pretty small audience. So it can be something useful, like for example, crafting and improvised sort of kind of sites or scope using an empty can or a can of food, a tin can, and some metal wire. Yep. You're actually describing, I think you're describing those techno Minecraft mods. You're kind of describing them perfectly. What am I looking at? Okay, since I'm not on the coast, I sort of in the middle of the map, I'm going to do what I wanted to do. I'm going to go and try to look for some rounds for my primary. But, well, yeah, what if I don't find any? I wanted to say that I wouldn't stay in the south. I would go back or maybe even to another server. But again, if it's just for nothing. Wasted. Good evening, welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Modding is hard. So that's the effort I was talking about. So such things require an effort. Yeah. Plus, there are things that people forget about. Once you build a mod, if you want it to be like to stay working, you'd have to maintain it. You'd have to like update it with the game updates. Sometimes it's needed, and every time you at least would have to check it. And that's a lot of work, yeah, that's a lot of time. Yeah. By the way, hope everything is amazing, Wasted. Hope you are busy with something good. So haven't seen you streaming, haven't seen you playing. So I guess life and no spare time, that's the explanation, but... Ooh, I should have taken some rounds for the FNX, but I even forgot that I had one, but it doesn't have a magazine, so I'll probably just ditch it. Overwatch and Megabonk. Well, Overwatch is your like second most played game, I think. if not actually the first. We can grab a larger knife, but do we need it? Well, I mean, not sure about the difference in durability, if there is any. Yeah. Having spent that much time in Overwatch, you could be like an Overwatch streamer. With 4,500 hours. Yeah, I know the time of games. Actually, Overwatch, it's a team game. I'm not a team player really. So, I don't know how to play in a team, never played in a team, don't like teams, to be honest. But that type of game, if I wanted to play shooters, it would have been something like that. So, Fortnite, this one, something cartoony, something sci-fi-ish. So I won't play like CS:GO, or CS:GO like I won't play Escape from Tarkov, or maybe even like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. But I would play something that's closer to Quake than to Counter-Strike. Did I just do a very stupid thing? I think I did. There was a box of ammo, 308s, and I have a magazine that's empty, that I'm keeping just in case. Oh, those I never played. Military, mil sims or military related stuff that I do not like. I do not play really anything military. So I know nothing about Call of Duty or Battlefield or things like that. So military related things, it's absolutely against my fur. 10% senator, yeah, that would be grand, of course. So I play DZ not because it's like realistic shooting or something. I play DZ because it's a survival simulator. First of all, I wouldn't probably even like DZ Arma 2 because that looked really like a milsim. To be honest, all the videos that I watched, like DZ Arma 2 DZ, it was like a war of private military contractors with a little bit of zombies running somewhere in the background. So compressed gameplay, yeah. DZ actually would, well, could, some people could be interested in that. yeah. DayZ requires some very serious time commitment, and what you're talking about, like, more, well, compressed, more packed, let's put it that way. Oh, a floating hay bale. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get what you're talking about. I kinda thought of it, but not really. Didn't try to think through any specifics, but I've ended up a lot myself and keep ending up in the situations where I would really prefer to do something like that. Especially recently. When you have only a couple hours or something. It really might become popular, so wasted spec DayZ. So if you find a programmer, a coder who would get interested in your idea, maybe you could interested like Crimson Zamboni, but he actually hasn't been really active DayZ-wise lately. He is an exceptional coder, and I believe normally his time would cost a lot. So he got to be really interested in that, in something to actually start working on it. So Nate is working on some mods, but he is more of a map builder. So Chamber Senator already is coming in with some real ideas. So yeah, a couple people I know that you could at least pitch the idea to, but yeah, the chances are with them would be pretty slim. Because what you proposing, it would be a global overhaul of the gameplay, the whole gameplay, so that can be really time consuming. It's not like adding tin can scope to the game or burlap sack as a sack to the game. Yeah. More Zeds? Oh yeah. They are already getting pretty annoying in some areas, man. So what you're talking about is like a lot of balancing. It is pretty much overhauling and rebalancing everything. Which is, yeah, pretty hardcore. Okay. We gotta make this one work. Yeah, rebalancing to just make things faster. Yeah. Oh. That's signs of people. Let's see if we have dead zombies around. I don't think so, but definitely signs of people here. Well, again, if I get killed because of being reckless here, well, so be it. Interesting. So, since they changed how the zombies spawn, to make it less in your face, let's put it that way. Some areas, they kind of lost that zombie horde factor. So having more zombies on the server just in general, maybe it'll help to get it back. Like areas where you get make one wrong move and they start swarming on you. I mean, I'm talking about not the mod, I'm talking about the vanilla. What I'm playing right now. Right now, currently, they used to be a little bit harder because they used to be more grouped. Let's put it that way. So they used to be spawned in very tight groups and the same spots. Now they spawn kind of all over the place, and I don't think the groups, even the groups, if the groups are still there, I don't think they're tight. Yeah, for that we have already, I think, not even one and not even two mods. Okay, that's some rounds for my pistol that I do not have a lot of rounds left for. Interesting, a mix of medical and military. Medical and just residential. Nice. Oh yeah, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest. That would be one of the hardest things. Animations and artwork and whatnot. I think it would be easier to find actually a programmer, a coder, than somebody able to work on the models and animations. Okay, I'm looking for some bandages here. And there was only one bandage over there. Pretty much almost used completely. It's the wrong one. Okay, since we are doing reckless things, let's get those fireworks going. Since I don't have a lighter, going to need some sticks and some bark again. Did I hear a distant shot? Anyway, if it was a shot, it was super distant. That zombie is trying really. I think I'm going to attract a little bit more of them than I can maybe deal with, but daytime fireworks. That's what I'm talking about. Wasted things like that you cannot do because they are evil. When you end up with zombies kind of resembling players. Okay, that's a way actually to attract all the zombies and move them out of the way. Well, you are right. That's why it is evil. People professionally playing DayZ, well, I mean professionally, in quotes, big quotes, they already have some sort of paranoia. There's already enough situations with jump scares that, well, that aren't really anything dangerous, but still. If you make gamer-looking zombies, player-looking zombies, sorry, yeah. That would be, I don't even know how, it would be inducing, like inducing something, but I cannot even find the word what inducing it would be. Something really not good. Okay, that stuff I do not need. Let's just keep going. The police station I do not need. Things here I do not need. skipping. No, you're describing stalker zombies. Well, I mean, they still do not really move like players, but they are, I think, a little bit less stiff than the zombies in DayZ. And they would try to shoot you badly, though, but they would. Like, I'm not talking about Stalker 2, I'm talking about, like, the first 3 Stalkers. Chamber Senator, no, they've changed that, and I think the only rule that's working right now, Chamber Senator, is that they would try to spawn away from you. So you might end up the same places, like overrun by zombies, and the next time it would be completely empty and they would be all in a different place. But no, they actually tend to be way more spread out these days. I do remember when it was, for example, like that medical building over there. It was just impossible to get to it without aggroing a bunch of them. So okay, this got to go finally in the pistol. What's the point of having the pistol if you do not load it properly? Yeah, every person that knows how to play DayZ can offer more than a couple ideas as what to change. Okay. I hope I attracted some attention to that part of the to that part of the town, but I don't think we have anybody around. And here we have a group of them around the well, like 4. So they managed to spawn all here in the middle. That's rare to see that many of them these days, to see that many of them just in one spot. Ah yeah, that's just broken tombstone with a plaque on it. Okay, got to be careful. I'm kinda a little bit not focused tonight. First of all, this is my second stream of the day. And second, well, I had to do other things today, quite some, so ended up getting a little bit tired. And haven't had enough sleep, so there's that. Not that I'm complaining, it's just I might not be noticing things. This town spawns a lot of potatoes tonight. I might be missing things. I'm already getting that feeling that my brain missing something, is not registering properly something, so just simply because of that I might get killed, but we'll see. Oh yeah, nice. That's super nice. The food seems to be spawning only like around Brenna and Sobotka, and only if Brenna at least was empty for a little bit, so didn't get completely looted. Okay, I'm going to Kulna, then maybe to the firing range, Urjech firing range that's nearby. The server pop is like probably enough to find some fun on the coast, at least to hear the shots, but maybe not that good for staying inland, so staying this deep down south. But once in a while you start seeing things even on empty servers, like I still remember that a couple even cars. It happened like not in 2 consecutive streams, but like 2 streams apart or something. Unfortunately, both times I didn't have a chance. But did I just hear? Bear. Well, Chamber Senator, I cannot really agree to you because they seem to be... Before, I would always see them grouped. Before, I don't even remember seeing like them even slightly spread out. But these days, I don't remember what that group around the church, well, around the well. That was probably the first group of zombies that I saw like in weeks. In my case, I see them always pretty spread out. So I don't know. We have kind of different experience maybe. But one thing is that they are more spread out, so definitely way less zombie density anywhere, to be honest. I think wasted that already has been done. There are mods that give player stats. Oh, that's just ahead of me. I mean, that's like very close. I was running into that bear. I don't know what type of stats there are, but there are definitely mods with stats that can be changed. I mean, that would be changing. And I'm not sure about speed and whatnot, but at the example just yesterday or day before, something called Intense with Z, Intense server. I could see a ton of stats in that interface, and the streamer talking about it. I just don't know the specifics. Not sure if it's possible to make a player move faster, but well, a lot of other things. A lot of other things are possible. Why are you still alive? Didn't die as fast as I expected it to. Okay. Let's take a look at the main street. Okay. This is first time in a very long time I see a hunting backpack in one of these buildings. What's that over there? Someone. Solid find, but I already have a sniper rifle. Yeah, there's a medical building in here. I keep forgetting about that part. Okay. Anything Desert Eagle related? Some 357s. No. Okay. Maybe we at least can get lucky. Yeah, we cannot get lucky because there's a wall here. There's the fence. Come here, zombie. Yeah, this place, I don't remember the name of it, but this place is like one of the additions that got designed way later than the rest of the map. So the things they look different here. I like actually how they look here more than it's more detailed and more, I don't know, like logical. So these two rather big places that got added after some time. But for example, these impenetrable fences everywhere. That's a little bit. Oh, I have actually normal bandages. And if you are a little bit just too heavy, yeah, you'd have to go around and pretty far. So this place is more like a little bit fortified. Okay, enough running around. This, I keep forgetting the name of it place. Let's go to Kulna finally. Oh. Just one thing. Yeah, the workshop offices, as I call them. No desert eagles, no magazines, no rounds. Okay. Let's stop for a second and eat, oops. And eat this. Okay, that's better. Slightly. Let's fix this knife since I'm carrying it. Well, not that I'm going to raid the base, but it's better to have some knives just in case. And I have even a hatchet and 3 knives, so that's a lot of knives. This let's move here, and this let's move out of the way. Like this, just to have things a more or less organized in a more or less predictable way. I don't know, something like that. One spark plug we could drop in here just to have it maybe in a different pocket, not all of them in the same one. Oh, speaking of the bases, this looks interesting. Is it raided? Sure looks like, but not. Oh, yeah, it is, but with still some things inside. That's cool. So didn't get entirely despawned. Well, it's just remains, pretty much. But nice. They even built a platform, and I didn't know it was possible to fit it in here. And just to be able to look out of this window. Okay. Found nice, relatively freshly raided base, I would say. And since I want to be able to walk out without any hassle, just going to do some disassemblage here. I don't think I've ever seen any base in this town, so this is going to be my first one then. Oh, yeah, they kind of build sort of a way to get outside and inside. Probably possible would be to get to the roof of this building. I'm a little bit too heavy for that, but if we ditch like half of our weight here, yeah, I don't want to deal with that at all. Oh no, that's bad. First, you attract doggies, you start shooting, and you attract the bear. I am running as far as possible from the bear, at least. I died like that before. Heard a bear, and then got attacked by doggies. Started shooting them, and then and then there was a bear. What's that road though? A little bit too close to this one. Okay. This is where all the nice military stuff starts spawning. But sometimes it's like absolutely, well, empty or just trash. And sometimes it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, there's a car. The car spawns here. Okay. This one only needs water. And I know some water nearby. I mean, why not? That's adventures. Okay, let's just maybe take the spark plug, of course, then take the car battery and hide it somewhere. Not really that well hidden, to be honest. Okay, this is sort of interesting. That's something over there. Something that I've been actually looking for. An FNX magazine in good condition. That's something to shoot the zombies with. Not the rounds I need. No, the grenade I need. Okay. So let's... I know where to go. I know where to go for the rounds I want to find. Here, these rounds, they do not really spawn that often. The tier is different or something, I cannot really tell. But while it's all military, I don't think I've ever seen a lot of VSS rounds spawning here. But Polyana, that's like VSS Central these days. If we can use that card to go there or get killed in process. Because why not? Just going to check a couple buildings here. So, while the cars seem to be pretty resilient in terms of running without water in their radiators, I do not want to risk it, and I want to give it some water first at least. Okay, would you climb, please? Okay, would you climb? Thank you. Yeah, well, we have some loot in here. It is not that amazing. I was thinking about not seeing cars on this server for some reason, and here we have one perfectly ready to be used. Okay. Do not have a lot of... Well, I don't have any water vessels but that canteen. There was a trough somewhere here, I think. Not that far away. So we could try to use that maybe. Like in the middle here. So, like in a place like this, there was a trough. In between all the houses here. You can actually hide the car in here too. And I think I've done it once at least. So yeah, ruins. We have ruins here. Maybe there's a trough nearby. There's a dry well nearby. Yep. Not as far as going to the lake and summer camp, the lake with the summer camp. That's a little bit closer. Just a couple of runs back and forth. Check the second floor. Ooh. That was some real parkour. Hey, do not drink this. This is not really potable. Even remembering such things as troughs. I do not actually remember when last time I tried to drink from a trough or to refill any vessel from a trough, but yeah. For some reason, some of them I just remember. Well, pretty much an advanced zombie horde, Chamber Senator. Yeah. I think there's just simply so much to do, and little resources for that, so I killed that one. Okay, 3 canteens. That's not enough to stop it from smoking. But let's see. That's like half of it actually. So maybe one more and we could move it a little bit closer to the trough. Safely. Completely safely. That's what I'm talking about. At some point they actually did something to the troughs, because I remember it was almost impossible to find the magic pixel. So, and some of them didn't even give you any prompt at all for drinking or filling vessels or whatnot. No prompt at all. But they would all still be interactable, just with like hidden interaction hitboxes. At some point they just fixed them somehow. Well, at some point they fixed them and I missed it because, well, yeah, haven't been relying on troughs. Yeah, Chamber Senator. Yeah. No, that's like one of the good ideas that just, I guess, the reason of not getting it is simple. Just not enough resources for that. The reason for not implementing just that. Lots of good ideas and not a lot of time and manpower to make everything work. And the spark plug. Let's make it a little bit quieter. The car has gasoline for days. I'm just going to drive. Oops. Well, yeah, that's a good start. Just going to drive straight to the trough. Oh, even the zombies respawned. Yeah. Are you attacking me or the car? What annoys you more? Here we go. And the radiator's full, so it takes 5.5 canteens. 5 and 2/3 of a canteen. 2/3. Oh, that was a strange jump. Why did I get cold? Yeah, it's because I'm a little bit wet. The condition of the radiator, I think it was green. pristine or worn? Let's take a look. It's not going to be leaky. I don't think they spawn with leaky radiators. So just give me a short sec. I'm not going to be cold in the car, but I'll get cold when getting out of it. And the jeans, this one. Jacket. And the helmet. I like this helmet, but it has a huge downside. It's made of cotton pretty much, padded with cotton, and because of it, it's pretty much a sponge. I imagine wearing it in in the rain would be a super unpleasant experience. Okay. The radiator is pristine, yeah. I kinda look at the things even without realizing that I looked at them, so it's just more of a reflex to check the state of everything. So okay, let's go across the map. I wanted to, I just didn't want to run there because it would be a lot of time. Maybe we could try to hit a couple convoys on the way. Or maybe a couple towns in case we see people. Well, we get an opportunity to maybe encounter people. This one goes more to Dolnik than to Grebin, but okay. No convoy spawned. Ooh, I actually wanted to find a grenade on Kulna and mine that base, leave a trap in there, but I guess we are doing that in Polyana. But actually setting a trap at the only entrance to that base would be pretty evil. Wow, almost 100 kilometers per hour on this road in this car. So if we use some back roads, we could maybe hit a convoy. Maybe find the convoy on our way there. So I remember about one. see. I'm looking at the map, trying to figure out how to get to that convoy. Bear with me. Okay, I think I know how. But first we of course got to survive traveling here. Not that the server has a lot of players, so might be quite possible to do. At least one convoy we should be able to maybe, if it's there, to catch. And for me the most important piece of equipment there would be that ammo crate with different types of ammo. Oops. Don't need to do any jumping. I don't mind getting shot or like participating in a fight or just getting shot because of traveling in a car, but I don't want to die because of like hitting a tree or a rock. Is it gas? No, it's not, by the look of it. Keeping this place altogether. And that was something on an empty road. Did you see that? There's nothing. Gonna get you. Good evening, welcome. There was nothing on the road. I called it pretty much. I freaking called it. But I think the road was empty. I think the car's gone. The car's totaled. And I think I think I almost died. Oh yeah, look at my health. Okay, it was only the wheel. So the car is not actually, only the wheel got damaged. Still drivable. And finding one wheel is not that much of a problem. Especially considering that we have some cars just down there. That was super close, yeah. Do you have a spare wheel? Okay. Can I finally kill them? Okay. Okay, no wheel here. This yard has another one like this. No wheel. Okay. I'm not sure it's going to be fully drivable on steep slopes, but let's see. Maybe we can still do it. Come on. Just one last push, come on. Okay, what if I manage to turn it? Turn it a little bit like this. Mushrooms, yeah. Then, no, okay. Carefully, carefully. Down there has to be a tire down there. No, I'm kinda moving forward. Here, okay, like this. Like this. Like this. Yep. For a second I thought there was a person behind. Plus we are regenerating while we are doing this. Oh, there's another slope over there. Crap. So it's not that steep, and the road's kinda straight. I can get some momentum. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, that one's gonna be hard. Okay. Let's try the same trick. Oops. Yeah. Easier said than done. Yeah, it has a lot of steering issues. That is for sure. Maybe I could do it backwards. Did I get stuck on that tree? Hard to tell. Okay. I just got an idea. Ooh. Hey, crap. I just removed the radiator. Now the radiator's empty. And I don't think we have any troughs nearby. Bye-bye car. Yeah. But I mean, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault at all. Okay. Just in case we find another car like this one somewhere here, I'm not going to despawn this one. And if we find, like, I don't know, some water nearby. Where did I actually stop? Take a look at the map. Okay, pretty close actually to everything. Not sure about water though. A second. I need the map. Yeah, no water. This is a pretty dry region. Okay, but this got us almost all the way to Polyana. Almost. But yeah, insane how this character just suffered because of the car, and I pretty much called it. I said I wouldn't want to get killed because of crashing into tree or something. Towards the sand dish probably close. Yeah, yeah. That one, yeah. And where my car got stuck, well, the road kinda goes there. Or... ah, no. That's the next one. There's two. Two places like this. So one with hunting deer stand and another one. Why are you still alive? And another one without the deer stand. But again, the car is actually not really moving, so we gotta find a way to. We gotta find the wheel, and we gotta find a way to get to that wheel. No loot in here. That's interesting. I found the car at the at Kulna. It was spawned, freshly spawned, and I got lucky. It had everything, but the radiator was empty, so it was just freshly spawned. And it was parked at the spawn point. Just a second. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I gotta remember about that invisible speed bump around Silo Factory. Gotta remember that I got to be careful around the Silo Factory. That place is dangerous, not just for people, for players, but for the cars too. Pretty insane. I have two gun cleaning kits. Two. I missed that part. Not that I need to, but okay. Considering that I actually wasn't going to swap my guns for anything. Check this house. And there's of course another gun cleaning kit in here. Of all the things that I don't that could spawn here. There's of course a thing that I completely don't need. Would be nice to find like a chocolate candy or something. convoy? Can we please have a convoy just as a consolation? Sure we can. Sure we can. And if that convoy has that ammo crate, that will be just grand. I tend to visit this convoy actually pretty often. It spawns a lot, yeah. It does. Okay, that's why I have this FNX pistol. Oops. AKM. For all the things. Yeah, the game's going to tempt me into swapping my primary. But I'm not going to. AKM rounds. It's gonna be a drum mech here. I'm sure. At this point, I think... How did I miss that? Ah, you saw me. Ah, you saw your dead friend. Too late. The zombies, by the way, they do not stop. They never stop. Is he a screamer? Well, but he has a keycard. And some food. Double price. This one has light on. Okay. The one with the light deserves a larger bullet. Oh, okay. That's 5 rounds for me. That's not much, but I'm taking it. That's more rounds for my secondary. Gigantic backpack. Some dead zombies. Some boots in the truck. AKM magazine. The game's just really tempting me to take that gun instead of what I have. So there's an AK, an AKM. There's an AK, some rounds, and a magazine. I'm curious if I leave it on the ground. With a box of its rounds. if I do this? It's going to stay, right? Somebody just behind me finds it, catches up with me and kills me with it. I know how these things happen in DayZ. Turn off the light. That's a drum mag, but this is Saiga, not the AKM. And there is an ammo crate. You gotta be kidding me, that's like everything. Though it has a ton of grenades and not a single round for my... Oh boy. Okay. Not a single round for my gun. Not a single round for both of my guns. Okay. I'm taking the crate nonetheless. Yep, the game's really trying to make me to take this AKM. The game's like forcing me as hard as it possibly can, but I am not going to. So but I want to have the crate just because. So yeah, if I wanted an AKM, even for a second. But I'm here just because I was looking for the rounds for my primary. Wait a second. Yep. This we can take. We can fix it. And then we can empty it. Then we can take these cover sights, which I don't like, but okay, it's not for me. If somebody finds this gun on the road here, going to have even some iron sights. Well, some sights, not iron sights, some sights on it. Okay, this was sort of insane. By the way, the backpacks, they stay longer on the ground. Yep, there was a punch card. Yeah, but this character already had a punch card. So okay, now this definitely would be impossible to miss. If somebody comes here and sees this backpack, which might still happen, yeah, they'll get a nice AKM with a lot of rounds. Okay, and what I wanted, I wanted to eat this. Because I'm kinda regenerating. Regenerating body needs food for building blocks. So that's one that I have. And that's the new one. Okay, I'm going to leave the one that's badly damaged behind in that backpack too. And maybe actually this. This magazine, I don't need it at all. First, let's deal with this. Only 5 rounds, but what you gonna do? And empty it. Very nice, my primary. Oops, don't have room for it. So I found all sorts of things here. Not what I wanted really. That's easy for you. Okay, this gun's reloaded. This pistol, yeah, 1 round's missing. Loaded 2. I have 3 spark plugs on me. Yep. Actually, I picked up this metal wire to make a trap when I find a grenade. And so far, I came to Kulna and I got distracted by the car there. The convoy didn't have any grenades. Well, I mean, it actually had some grenades, but for the grenade launcher. Okay. So, yeah, let's leave some things we don't need in this backpack on the road. Hope it doesn't despawn with the convoy, because I put some work in it. Like this, and you go there, and then you too go there. I'm going to go and pick up a new one at that hunting house, hunting lodge. If anybody finds this backpack and they don't know about the convoy, and some people just wouldn't know, they'd be like pretty puzzled. I wish things like that stayed on the ground for longer. I still remember when the loot left by people stayed on the ground for way longer, and that made the map feel so much alive, even low pop maps. It kind of created some issues on high pop servers, but on low pop servers it felt like really cool. Damaged, badly damaged, yeah. Yeah, Chamber Senator. So it's possible around to drive with a leaky radiator if you have a jerry can of water in the back of your car. Here we go. Not that I need to, but I got to. gonna get damaged with the... This is not supposed to be here, to be honest. Gonna get damaged with the loot inside these jeans. But okay, so be it. Not that I'm going to use this punch card. Not really. But nice to have it. As nice to have this ammo box. As it nice to have this ammo box. The gear I do not need. Let's have some water. I think I purified it. It's gonna be fun if I forgot to purify it. The deer did notice me. Or did they run away? I kinda missed it. Okay. Probably the closest place to find a wheel for that car would be Polyana. But to get car back on the road, we would need not the wheel but a jerry can with water. Or like a bunch of canteens. I think actually 3 more would be enough. Because the radiator takes like 5.5 roughly. Ended up again here. I wanted to go to Polyana really like fast. Loot it, find some rounds and be done with it pretty quickly, but that's the easy. Ran away? Yeah, I didn't notice. Was busy with my canteen. With my drinking problem. Strangely enough, this place here doesn't have a base. Any mushies? They spawn around these trees. Oh. Of all the freaking zombies. Actually, because the zombies are way more spread out now, these guys, I 100% can tell you, Chamber Senator, they've become way less efficient. They used to be like pretty much... You have to run when you see one screaming at you. And now we got only one because the others are a little bit too far. ACP 3. Oh, I cannot be bothered just for the 3 rounds. So the screamers simply cannot aggro as many zombies these days, just because of what I described. They way more spread out. A nice military backpack with some military food. We got lucky with tactical bacon tonight. keep finding it. Okay, there's some nice loot around here. Well, not nice, but definitely not bad. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's for me. So let's go and check a couple of bunkers here. So we're like we almost died because of that car crash, but we are now like doing even better than before. Just unfortunately have to move on foot. I don't think if I continue playing here tomorrow, if I get here tomorrow, I might be able to get that car going tomorrow, because where I left it, not a lot of people going to be interested in it. Not a lot of people are going even to go there, even when the server is full. I'm kind of moving in the open, which is not really smart. You can actually hide a lot in here. Just next to the road, next to the bunker. Definitely a couple barrels, some crates, and maybe even a car. Yeah, you might, like from here, but depends maybe on the color. If it's green, careful. Got to be ready for mines here. Couple more bunkers. These actually have, I think, higher chances of spawning 9 mils for my VSS 9 mils for my primary than pretty much everything else. Oh, really? Like, okay. Where's the claimer? Are you seeing the claimer? Okay. Some rounds. I don't know where the claimer is. Placed in a kinda in a creative way somehow. Or behind, maybe even in the bush. Oh, that's solid. That's solid. Okay. Oh yeah, I was ready. Oh, zombies. I forgot about those guys. Somebody really really tried their best with this trap. Though it was pretty visible though. The claimer itself was invisible, the mine itself, but the tripwire pretty much on the nose. Any surprises in here? Still not a lot of rounds for my primary. But we got a ton of tactical food in here. Oh, chamber center, yeah. DZ has a lot of inefficiencies like that one. So I'm not even going to be like surprised by that. It seems like a scene that DZ would do. Okay, we got a little bit of rounds for our primary, but we still have to loot Polyana. But I think... Oh, hi. Rotten. But I think we are going to do it tomorrow. One more bunker on the hill over there. Yeah, I know. But I think we will do all this stuff tomorrow, since I really got to go. I'm kind of already sort of a little bit falling asleep even. So let's call it a day here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Quite some people tonight, quite some chatting. Gonna get you. Thank you for jumping in, Chamber Senator. Always nice to have a conversation with you. So you kinda, your ideas are always pretty special, always of their own kind. Wasted, thank you for chatting. Hope you start streaming again. Because, well, I mean, it's not how to say it right. It's not surprising that you are popular. With your style, it's not surprising that you are popular. So, and other people who've been lurking in the shadows, thank you for lurking. YouTube people, thank you for watching on YouTube. not a lot of you tonight I could see, but thank you nonetheless. Subscribe for more, leave a like if you like this video, and Twitch people, don't leave the channel yet. Let's find somebody to read and call it a day. Just give me a second. So of course trading is only for Twitch people, not for YouTube. What's the difference between the Division and the Division 2? Is the difference that big? Okay, I'm kinda already sorta maybe a little bit falling asleep, so let's go to Mr. Yo Demetrio because he is playing Livonia too. He is playing Livonia, and that's something I definitely can get behind. So yeah, I cannot type commands anymore. I cannot do anything. Here we go. I read it, Mr. Yo Demetrio, but let's do it again. And guess where he is? He seems to be in Dolnik. Yep. And I will see you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.